Good morning, students. In my last video we have covered some topics, that is the value and zero of the polynomial from chapter 2 polynomials. Okay, so today we are going to cover a next topic which is very important from examination point of view, that is the remainder theorem. Based on that we will discuss some more question in my next video. Okay, so in the topic on division of integer, we have seen that on division of an integer by another integer, we obtain the remainder which is either 0 or it is less than the divisor. Okay, similarly, while doing division of polynomials, we have noticed the same pattern, that it is followed by polynomials, that when a polynomial px, say it is divided by polynomial gx, then the degree of the remainder is either 0 or less than of the divisor. It is followed from the fact that when a polynomial px is divided by a linear polynomial, okay, then the degree of the remainder must be 0. That is, it must be a constant which may also be 0. Okay, so in your syllabus it is not mentioned about long division method to divide the polynomial, but in my next video definitely I will explain you how to divide the polynomials through long division method. But today we're going to only focus on the remainder theorem, and here is the statement of the remainder theorem. So here is the statement: let px be any polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1. You can consider any polynomial, okay, having degree greater than or equal to 1, and a be any real number, okay, and if that px is divided by x minus a. What is that a? A be any real number. If the px is divided by x minus a, then the remainder will be equal to p of a. Okay, so to make you more clear, I have written this thing in a short form, that what's the remainder theorem says: if px is a polynomial of degree greater than equal to 1. Okay, why? Because if the degree will not be greater than equal to 1, then it will consider as constant polynomial. If a and a is belongs to real number, and if px will be divided by x minus a, then the remainder will be equal to p of a. What is the meaning of p of a? So here p of a means that if a polynomial x, polynomial having variable x, okay, is replaced by the real number a from this linear polynomial, okay, then that will be the remainder of this polynomial. Okay, it will be more clear by taking one illustrative example. See here. So here is one example I have taken to make you more clear about the remainder theorem. Afterwards we will discuss the proof of the remainder theorem. Okay, so here I have taken one example. See, determine the remainder using remainder theorem when the polynomial px, that is x raised to power 4 minus 3x raised to power square plus 2x plus 1 is divided by x minus 1. Okay, before going through the solution, I'm just making you more clear about the remainder theorem. That is, remainder theorem says, and some conditions of remainder theorem, that the polynomial should be the degree of the polynomial should be greater than or equal to 1. So I have seen here the degree of the polynomial is 4, which is greater than 1. So we can apply remainder theorem as it satisfies the first condition. Now what says, if the px is divided by x minus a. Okay, so here I can compare this x minus a with x minus 1 is equal x minus 1. Okay, means this is a polynomial which is divided by x minus 1. As same in the remainder theorem general form, they said that px is divided by x minus a. Then what they said, the remainder will be p of a. Now the question is, how we can able to get a? See, we can easily get it by just equating x minus a is equal to 0, and from here I would able to get x is equals to a, and I have substituted the value of a in px to get the remainder. Same thing I'm going to do in the example. See here, see, I'll write solution by using remainder theorem. Okay, here the px is already given to us, that is x raised to the power 4 minus 3x raised to the power 2 plus 2x plus 1, and which is divided by x minus 1, right? Divided by x minus 1. You can take it as another polynomial, that is gx. Okay, now what's the next thing? To find the value of a, we need to equate this thing equal to 0, right? So equate this thing equal to 0 to get the value of x, or you can say a, that is 1. I got. Now I need to substitute this thing, means x is equals to 1 in the polynomial in place of the variable x to get the remainder, right? So I will replace x with 1. So here x raised to the power 4 means 1 raised to the power 4 minus 3, 1 raised to the power 2 plus twice of 1 plus 1. So I could able to get 1 raised to the power 4 is 1 minus 3 plus 2 plus 1. Okay. So from here, by solving this thing, I could able to get 1. So, and this is the remainder. Hence we can write here, hence the required remainder is 1, that is p of 1 is equals to 1. This is our remainder of the polynomial px when it is divided by x minus 1. To make it more clear, I am taking one more example. See here, the second example I have taken to make you more clear. See, find the remainder when fx is equals to, this is divided by gx 3x minus 1. First of all, we know we need to check the condition that the degree of the polynomial is greater than equal to 1 or not. So here the degree is 3, means it satisfies the condition. Okay, now afterwards what we need to do, we need to equate this gx or the polynomial which is to be divided with this. Okay, and we need to equate it equal to 0 to get the value of x. Afterwards that x value we will put in this variable of the polynomial, okay, to get the remainder. So here we proceed. See here, fx is given already, that is x cube minus 6x square plus 2x minus 4. Okay, the gx is already given, 3x minus 1. Next step is you need to equate this thing equal to 0 to get the value of x, right? So here I could able to get the value of x is equals to 1 by 3, as you all know how to solve, right? This is x is equals to 1 by 3. Now what next step is, we need to substitute the value of x in the polynomial. Okay, instead of x we need to substitute 1 by 3 in the polynomial fx, that is x cube. We need to substitute this thing, means 1 by 3 whole cube minus 6x square. X square instead of x we need to substitute 1 by 3 whole square plus twice of 1 by 3 minus 4. By solving this thing you could able to get 1 by 27 minus 6 by 9 plus 2 by 3 minus 4. By just simplifying it, you could able to get 18 plus 18 minus 108 upon 27, and at the end you could able to get the answer minus 107 upon 27, which is required remainder. Okay, so I hope it is clear. Now we can proceed to the general proof of remainder theorem. Okay, so here we go. So here the statement, again we come to the statement by understanding. We already understood the statement by illustrative examples. Now we will discuss about the proof. Okay, so let Qx be the quotient and Rx be the remainder when Px is divided by x minus a. Okay, I have taken Qx as a quotient and Rx as a remainder, as a polynomial when Px is divided by x minus a. By, as you know, division algorithm, that it says, right, that dividend can be written as the product of divisor into quotient plus remainder, right? So instead, in case of polynomials also, if dividend is px and divisor is gx, okay, and quotient is qx and the remainder is rx, that can be also expressed in this form. So here same thing, I have replaced the value of gx by x minus a in this expression. Okay, so I could able to get px is equals to x minus a qx plus rx. Okay, next thing is where rx is equals to 0 or degree rx is less than degree of x minus a. I hope you all know about that the remainder can be equal to 0 and the degree of the remainder will be less than degree of the divisor. Here the divisor is x minus a. But x minus a is a polynomial of degree 1 and the polynomial of degree less than 1 is a constant. Therefore, rx is equal to 0 or rx is equals to constant. Okay. So, let rx is equals to r. I have taken rx is equals to r. Okay. Then, the px, the equation number 1, we can replace the value of r with rx. So, I have replaced r here. Now next step I have taken that I have just replaced x with a. Okay, that p of a is equals to, I am just replacing x by a, that is a minus a, then q of a plus r. A minus a is 0. Okay, 0 into q into a is 0 plus r is left. So here we could able to get that p of a is equals to 0 plus r, which is equal to r. Okay, so this shows that the remainder is p of a where px is divided by x minus a. Okay, I have proved one thing, that when px is divided by x minus a where quotient is qx and remainder is rx, okay, then the remainder will be p of a. Okay, I hope it is clear to all of you. I hope it is understood by all. Now we will proceed to the another question based on the remainder theorem, okay, which is also very important from examination point of view. Now let's move to another question. The question says, if the polynomials ax cube plus 4x square plus 3x minus 4 and x cube minus 4x plus a, this is a, leaves the same remainder when divided by x minus 3, find the value of a. Okay, see again, two polynomials are given to you and they are leaving the same remainder, means they are having same remainder when divided by gx, or you can say remainder by x minus 3. We need to find the value of a from here. Okay, so here we can we'll proceed towards the solution. So here we go. Let px is equals to ax cube plus 4x square plus 3x minus 4 and qx is equals to x cube minus 4x plus a. Okay, these are the given polynomials. So the remainders when px and qx are divided by x minus 3 are p of 3, because we know that by remainder theorem that if the px is divided by x minus a, the remainder is p of a. So if x minus 3 is divided by px, then the remainder will be p of 3, right? So, and it is given that they leave the same remainders. So p of 3 will be equal to q of 3, right? By the given condition, it is given that remainder is same, okay, or they leave the same remainder when x minus 3 is divided by px and qx. So in the polynomial px, we will replace 3 in the variable with the variable x here. So I could able to get a of 3 cube plus 4 of 3 square plus 3 of 3 minus 4 is equal to, similarly in x, in qx also, instead of x I am just replacing 3, that is 3 cube minus 4 of 3 plus a. So you can solve it. 3 cube is 27 a plus 3 is a 9, 9 4 is a 36 plus 9 minus 4. Here 9 cube is 20, sorry, 3 cube is 27 minus 12 plus a. Okay, you can solve it to get the answer. See, 27a minus a, I can transpose this a to this side to get the answer. Okay, plus 36 plus 9, sorry, 9 minus 4 is 5, 36 plus 5 is 41 is equals to 27 minus 12 is 15. ठीक है, 27a minus 8 26a plus 41 minus 15 is equals to 0. So 41 minus 15 is 26. Okay, we need to find the value of a from here. So I can transfer 26 there, that is minus 26, 26a, and I could able to get the value of a by shifting 26 to this side, and from here I could able to get a is equals to minus 1. Okay, so this is the answer. I hope you all have understood the concept, the remainder theorem, and the questions I have taught. If not, please go through the video again.